retired senior officers of the department, senior officers representing the departments of Government of India, my colleagues from our department, media, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to thank the Honorable Governor, Her Excellency Srimati Tamilisai soundararajan, Madam, for accepting our request to be the chief guest and gracing the occasion. I express my sincere gratitude to Her Excellency for providing excellent support to the department by understanding the difficulties under which the taxmen are required to collect the taxes and participate in enforcement actions. We have to deal with the menace of tax evasion, and many times that we are at the receiving end of the public outcry. Her Excellency's support during our difficult moments is well appreciated by the income tax fraternity of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. In fact, I read in the paper the gesture of Honorable Governor in saving the life of a fellow passenger in the aircraft is indeed a noble deed. Thank you. My special thanks to Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Shri Munishnath Bandari ji, for readily agreeing to participate on this momentous occasion of Income Tax Day, which would go a long way in encouraging the officers and staff and also other stakeholders of the department. Sir, Income Tax Department runs on the 4 pillars, namely Income Tax Act and rules and procedure, and most importantly, judicial pronouncements. And these judicial pronouncements guide the DNA of our team of core functions of assessment as well as appellate functions. I would like to talk about the Income Tax Department of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry region has achieved the milestone collection of rupees 1 lakh crore during the year 2021-22 from the modest target of about 1,000 crore achieved in 91-92. And this collection is more than 100 times the collection in the last 3 decades. In fact, our tax GDP ratio has also grown from 2.75 to 9.39, which is shows the highest level of tax buoyancy in respect of all India tax collection. The focus of the tax department is taxpayer service and non-intrusive tax administration. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and Honorable Finance Minister Shrimati Nirmala Sitharaman have introduced many taxpayer-centric reforms, including faceless assessments, faceless appeal, faceless penalty, and also upgrading the e-filing portal for the benefit of taxpayers. We have been getting large number of feedback. In fact, tax returns are filed, and within a couple of hours, the refunds are being given to the taxpayers. So that is something very, very commendable, noteworthy, that we have got a lot of commendation from the taxpayers. The endeavor of the department is to make the taxpayer interface seamless and efficient, and is given the highest priority. Tax department not only collects taxes but also fulfills social objectives through various deductions and exemptions. In fact, the tax foregone during the last year is more than 6 lakh crores. So to that extent, Income Tax Department also encourages the charity, donations, and a lot of charitable institutions which are participating in social welfare. Even our own officers and staff have reached out beyond their call of duty to make a modest contribution to old age home Vishranti, destitute home and educational institution Sevalaya, and orphanage home Sivananda Gurukula, from the personal contribution of officers and staff, which you would be seeing it in the program. In fact, our officers have taken up the task of renovating the old government schools in rural areas, and that has received and very much appreciation. I would like to end my process by taxation is not something that we should make it painful, and it should be the one that where we collect it without the assessee kind of feeling the pain, and both of us can survive. In this context, I would like to end with a Tirukural, Iettalum, Eatalum, Kathalum, Kathadukku Alladum, Valladu Arasu. The process of that earning an income, we should create kind of means of earning an income, not only earning an income, that will also be put to use, and investment should be made, and that should also facilitate the sources of earning the income. So that has been the philosophy guiding the current government. I'm sure with this, we will see the growth of industry as well as the buoyancy in tax collection. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We are extremely grateful to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Pondicherry, Her Excellency Dr. Tamilisai soundararajan, for gracing this occasion with her presence. Been appreciative of the efforts of Income Tax Department, which has been a great morale booster for the officers undertaking high-risk jobs, and it is a privilege that Her Excellency is joining us this morning as our chief guest. Now I'd like to invite our Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Sri R. Ravichandran Iyer, to honor our chief guest with a memento and a shawl as a token of our appreciation and gratitude. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We are privileged to have as our guest of honor for the Income Tax Day celebrations, Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Sri Munishwar Nath Bhandari, who has given us enormous guidance on interpretation of statutes and time and again reiterated the significance of speedy delivery of justice. I'd like to now invite our Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Sri R. Ravichandran Iyer, to honor our guest of honor with a memento, a shawl, and of course, a pot of plant. Thank you, sirs. The honest taxpayer deserves to be recognized for the contribution she or he is making to the progress of the nation by dutifully paying their due share of taxes. Guided by this objective, the department has pioneered the Honoring the Honest initiative and also adopted the Taxpayers' Charter in the past year. These reforms place the honest taxpayers at the center of the departmental functioning, with all the procedures and processes conforming to the paramount consideration of taxpayers' convenience. The adoption of faceless assessment, faceless appeals, and faceless penalty regimes represent a giant stride towards making the department's functioning hassle-free, fair, and transparent. Now we have a presentation of awards to the taxpayers. Let me invite our esteemed Chief Guest, Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Her Excellency Dr. Tamilisai soundararajan, to kindly do the honors. Let me call upon the first awardee for this morning. The first award goes to Sri Rajnikant, prominent actor, and who definitely needs no introduction. Let me welcome Ms. Aishwarya, his daughter, who is here to receive the award on his behalf to the stage. Thank you so much. Now let me welcome the next awardee to the stage on behalf of Rama Pure Water Private Limited, which is a successful startup in the field of water purification. Let's have a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Now let me invite on stage Ms. Aarti Kadravan, who is a successful woman entrepreneur in the pharmaceutical sector. Thank you so much. Now I request Ms. Manjula from Kalavai, who has proved her mettle in textile business from the hinterlands of Tamil Nadu, to kindly join us and receive her award. Those were the awards in the taxpayer category. Thank you so much. Now we have the Principal CCIT Award to the employees of Income Tax Department. These awards will be conferred upon selected employees in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry region in different grades by their innovative ideas and special efforts, as well as sustained devotion and commitment to duty, have contributed to promoting excellence in the field of direct taxation and potential benefit to the department and government. The objective is to give due recognition to employees who have made exceptional efforts and contributed significantly in diverse areas of direct tax administration. I request, as I call upon the names, I request the awardees to come forward. Shri P.M. Aravind, Senior TA. Vedanta Desikan, Shri Vedanta Desikan, Inspector of Income Tax. Shri G. Balamurugan, Income Tax Officer. Shri M. Venkatraman, Income Tax Officer. Shri V. Suryanarayanan, Income Tax Officer. Ms. K. Jayalata, Income Tax Officer. Mr. D. Kripakaran, Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax. Shri K. Krishnakant, Assistant Director of Income Tax. Shri V. Govindarajan, Deputy Director of Income Tax Systems. Mr. V. Senthil Prabhu, Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax. Shri P. Divahar, Additional Director of Income Tax. Shri P. S. Shivshankaran, Additional Director of Income Tax. Shri Mohammed Mustafa, Additional Commissioner of Income Tax. Shri N. Rangraj, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax. And finally, in the individual category, we have Dr. B. Senthil Kumar, Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. Now we have next set of awards to the employees of the Income Tax Department in groups based on their excellence work in their respective fields. First from the Benami Prohibition Unit, Mr. C.V. Prabhagar, Income Tax Inspector, Mr. R. Mukundan, Income Tax Officer, Mr. J. Govindan, Income Tax Officer, Mr. U.N. Dilip, Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, and Ms. E. Pavna Sundari, Additional Commissioner of Income Tax. I request Pavna Sundari ma'am to kindly come forward with her team to receive the award. Now we have the next group from investigation, Mr. B. Stalin and Mr. G. Ajay Robin Singh, both of them Deputy Commissioners of Income Tax. Next, we have from the investigation team, Mr. Sheikh Abdullah, Income Tax Inspector, Mr. T. Balamurugan, Inspector of Income Tax, Mr. Pankaj Mehra, Inspector of Income Tax, Mr. Mahadevan K., Deputy Director of Income Tax, and Mr. P. Vijayadevan, Deputy Director of Income Tax, and finally, Mr. S. Maruthu Pandian, Additional Commissioner of Income Tax. I request Maruthu Pandian, sir, to receive the award on behalf of his team. Sir, please. Now we have the final group from the TDS wing. Ms. Rajeshwari S, Income Tax Officer, Mr. P.S. Muthukumarasamy, Income Tax Officer, and Mr. S. Ravishankar, Income Tax Officer. Congratulations to all the winners.
There has been a lot of transformation in the working of the Income Tax Department. A number of citizen-friendly initiatives have come to the fore, such as e-filing, Citizen Charter, and Ayakar Seva Kendras. In fact, the taxpayers are now receiving the refunds in a matter of few hours because of the introduction of e-filing system. Such measures have made the system transparent and efficient, benefiting the taxpayers. Some of the citizens have personally conveyed their appreciation to the income tax officials. Now we have a compilation of messages from prominent personalities eminent in their own respective fields on the occasion of Income Tax Day celebration. Let us have a look at the video wall and listen to them.
Namaste. My good wishes and heartiest congratulations to the Income Tax Department. I would like to encourage all citizens of India, whether big or small, if you have to pay your tax, you must do it, because that goes towards infrastructure building, towards nation building, towards health and education. I must commend the fact that India makes us stand tall in the global scenario for being able to have handled COVID-19 so well and administered vaccines to a large number of population. I think this has been phenomenal and everybody looks at India with great admiration and respect. All this is possible because as good, honest, tax-paying citizens, we pay our taxes regularly. I would like to commend the department. I know it's not easy to look at reams and reams of data, come back with something which is good and fair and which is doable for our people. And they do it sincerely and diligently. So today, I would like to congratulate you. I would like to commend you all and wish you the very best.
Hello everyone, I'm happy to know that Income Tax Department is celebrating Income Tax Day on 24th July 2022. As a sportsman, I fully believe that there are ups and downs in one's life, but I always believe that the harder we fall, the higher we bounce. This I have not only witnessed in my professional career, but also in the Indian economy. We could spring back to normalcy from the pandemic-struck economy with full force because the fundamentals are really strong. I place my regards to the Income Tax Department for its great service of resource mobilization for the nation that helps in the progress and development of the country. Once again, I congratulate all the officers and staff of the Income Tax Department for their celebration of the Income Tax Day. Jai Hind.
Every piece in a game of chess plays a different role. They may not be equal in every aspect, yet every one of them is individually important. There is a similarity between this and income tax. People are expected to contribute up to their capacity and as per their responsibility towards nation building. Thus, the progressive system of taxation and direct taxes symbolizes the rules of the game as in chess. I congratulate the Income Tax Department's fraternity in their celebration of Income Tax Day on July 24th and wish them all the best for achieving greater heights.
Hi, this is Deepika Palukar Karthik here. A hearty wishes to the members of the Income Tax Department for their celebration of Income Tax Day on 24th of July this year. While I stand with those who fight for their rights, I appeal to all the citizens to be responsible partners in the development of the nation. Wishing the Income Tax Department and its members all the very best in their journey towards embracing technology and making the tax compliance a comfortable experience. I am happy to be contributing to our country in global sports as well as contributing in nation's building as an honest taxpayer. Thank you.
Namaste. I am very happy to greet Income Tax Department, Government of India, when they are celebrating the 162nd year of their functioning. Tax paying is a very old tradition, right from the days of Arthashastra. Our Dharma says that one has to share one's wealth with the society, whether it is the Dharma Shastra in Sanskrit or even Tirukkural. This is the message that is given for every individual. So it is important that every individual serves the surrounding, the environment, the relatives, the community, the society and nation at large. For everybody, there is this responsibility of sharing their wealth with the society, and that can be done by collection of tax by a department, and that money goes back into the society. My best wishes to the department, and I'm sure we will have many, many more years to go celebrating India's supremacy in the world. I greet the Department of Income Tax, particularly when we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Namaskar.
அனைவருக்கும் வருமான வரி தின நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள். இந்திய நாட்டோட வருமான வரி 13 லட்சம் கோடியை தாண்டி இருக்கு. நம்ம தமிழ்நாட்டோட வருமான வரி 1 லட்சம் கோடியை தாண்டி இருக்கு. இந்த தருணத்தில் வரி செலுத்தின அத்தனை பேருக்கும் வாழ்த்துக்கள். அதே மாதிரி இதற்காக உழைத்த வருமான வரித்துறை அதிகாரிகள், அலுவலர்கள், ஊழியர்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் வாழ்த்துக்கள். எல்லாரும் வரி செலுத்துவோம், நம்ம நாடை ஒரு வலிமையான நாடாக உருவாக்குவோம். மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை எல்லாருக்கும் வருமான வரி தின நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள்.
the department is not only committed to the taxpayers but also the society at large. The income tax fraternity, with immense pleasure, has contributed by facelifting the existing physical infrastructure in Panchayat Union Primary School Ganapati Palayam and Panchayat Primary School Mullapalayam, both in Erode district, and also providing enabling resources such as computer systems and furniture for Government Higher Secondary School, Vyasapadi, Chennai, Slums Children's Sports Talent and Educational Development Institute, Chennai, and Sevalaya Tiruvendravur, a charitable organization serving the underprivileged sections of the society. A video will now be displayed highlighting the social responsibilities undertaken by the income tax fraternity of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry.
Having imbibed the values and ethos of nation building, the Income Tax Department fraternity at Tamil Nadu and Puducherry is committed to giving back to the society through its citizen social responsibility initiatives. This year, the Income Tax Department fraternity at Tamil Nadu and Puducherry generously and voluntarily contributed and participated in the renovation of the Panchayat Union Primary Schools at Ganapati Palayam and Mollapalayam, situated in the rural Tamil Nadu, 21 kilometers and 31 kilometers from the Erode district capital, to make it a better place for the young students who are the future of India. We at the Income Tax Department are fully aware of our responsibility towards environment, economy, and the society. In accordance with India's commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2030, Income Tax Department Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, in its efforts to adopt the goal number 12 of UN SDG, has refurbished and remodeled its consumer goods and computers and donated them for its better and continued use by the Vyasarpadi Government Higher Secondary School and the Slum Children's Sports Talent and Educational Development Society, Chennai.
As a part of the social responsibility, the department will be contributing to the institutions such as Shivananda Gurukulam, Vishranti Charitable Trust, Sevalaya, and Artril Foundation. Now, I would like to request the representatives of these institutions to come to the dais for receiving the contributions from the Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court. First by Shivananda Gurukulam. Next is by Vishranti Charitable Trust. Sevalaya Charitable Organization. Artrell Foundation. Now, I would like to request the representatives of the schools to collect the certificates of appreciation. First, I would like to invite the representative of Government Higher Secondary School, Vyasapadi. Then Slum Children's Sports Talent and Educational Development Institute, Chennai. Thank you.
Now we are to release our coffee table book named Vari Aatrupadai. Vari Aatrupadai is an attempt to document several important milestones pertaining to Tamil Nadu and Puducherry region. Some of the events here are no longer part of living memory and soon may be forgotten. For example, for a generation used to e-filing of returns, the hustle and bustle of the veritable festival of special returns counter needs to be recorded. Hence, the need for a coffee table book. The name is derived from a specific form of Tamil literature, Aatrupadai, where the traveler is guided to his destination. Likewise, the coffee table book attempts to capture the high points of yore.
It is our proud privilege that our guest of honor for the day is Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Shri Munishwar Nath Bhandari. He has rich experience with extensive practice in the Rajasthan High Court, Central Administrative Tribunal, and Supreme Court with specialization in constitutional, service, labor, and arbitration matters. He was appointed as the permanent judge of the Rajasthan High Court in 2007. Sir was appointed to the Madras High Court as judge and then elevated and appointed as Chief Justice of Madras High Court in February 2022. We are indeed privileged to have the Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Shri Munishwar Nath Bhandari, as our guest of honor for the Income Tax Day celebration, who has given us enormous guidance on the interpretation of statutes. Let me now invite Honorable Chief Justice of Madras High Court, Sri Munishwar Nath Bandari, to address the gathering.
Vanakkam, and very good morning to one and all present here. Respected Governor of Telangana and Governor of UT Puducherry, Mr. Ravindra Chand Ramsey, Principal, Commissioner of Income Tax, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, Mr. Sunil Mathur, Director General, Investigation, the officers and staff members of Income Tax Department, taxpayers who are present here on this day of income tax, all trade and business organizations, media, ladies and gentlemen. I feel honored to be guest of honor of 162 anniversary of income tax celebration organized by the Income Tax Department of Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. It is to promote the payment of taxes as a value norms and sensitize potential taxpayers that payment of tax as an ethical duty of the taxpayer. Taxation is a fundamental way for the country to generate revenues to make it possible to finance investment in human capital, infrastructure, and provision for service to the citizen. Taxation is necessary achieving economic development and social also. As the sun draws moisture from the earth to give it back thousandfold, this is how Kalidas adulized King Dilip on collection of taxes from his subject. The government, through taxes, give back to its citizen improved standard of life, social security, healthcare, and Kautilya said, the power of sovereign government lies in the strength of its treasury. The complexity is a major concern of the taxation, and here would be the relevance of the courts. Albert Einstein said, the most difficult word is, or to understand is the income tax. I was discussing with the Principal Commissioner Income Tax and also with the Director General of Investigation about this program and the role of the courts. I thought, I would not be much of relevance on this day, but realizing that most of the interpretations are given by the court in regard to subject on the income tax laws. So I thought, it would be better to participate in this great function, the celebration day. We were going deep and showing concern how the role of the court can be minimized, why it is required I would be focusing on that issue. See, if the law is clear, simple, which can be understood by a common person at ease, I think role of the courts would be minimized. The role of the court comes when there is a complex in the subject or the laws. If you make it simple, it would be easy for everyone to understand. One is not required to go to the courts or to a lawyer also to consult how to carry out the provisions of law. And therefore, necessary is to make the law very, very simple. Not to have complex. I'm told, if it is not wrong, that we are having the law better than China because that is the most complex law on the subject of income tax. We are better off, but we need to simplify. And would be sharing, recently there was a conference of NALSA, National Legal Service Authority at Jaipur, where our Union Law Minister also participated. He was showing the concern of the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in regard to the compliances. He has shown concern that compliances are required to be reduced. This is not only for the income tax laws, but all the particular laws. The compliances at times take a lot of time to concentrate on that and makes the things complicated. What is the requirement of the taxpayer or the business person is to concentrate on the business. And if they would be concentrating on the business, would be earning the best possible way, the more income. And once they generate more income, it would be the revenue to the government. So requirement is to make the law very, very simple. Reduce the compliances and it would make the things very, very easy. And in that scenario, I don't find or I don't think that anyone would go for the evasion of the tax. And here I would be sharing why this complex law. It is the responsibility of the citizen to pay the tax honestly, because it is a contribution for the development of the country. Now, if we intend to evade it, the government has to take care of it. They have to prepare the law in such a manner that nobody can evade the law or the taxation. And this is how subject became complex. So our duty is to only honestly contribute, pay the income tax. And I was hearing the speakers, everybody was saying, we should make the income tax payable immediately when you earn any. The difficulty may be, again, interpretation of certain provisions that remains in the domain of the court, but I would say that the moment the law is made easy, it would be for anybody's benefit and ultimately to the benefit of the country. I was hearing the principal commissioner about the contribution made by the department. They own the social responsibility. It's not just a work to collect the income tax, to take care of all those paying the income tax, but they are owning the social responsibility. Here I would urge, apart from many responsibility they have taken, panchayat bhavans, sports activities, etc., one more concern to which I have taken care. There are children and observation homes for the juvenile justice. I would disclose some part because I would be taking benefit of this platform given to me. The children home is for those who are in need of care, and that is the guys who are less than 18 years. Having no support, they are orphan or they are discarded by the family. There is no home for them or for their stay. A Juvenile Justice Act was brought under the international treaty to take care of those small kids below the age of 18 years. An observation home is for those who get involved in the crime. Any girl or boy getting involved in the crime at the age of less than 18 years, they are brought to the observation home. The difficulty which we have seen in the children and observation home is their conditions, that it remains very pathetic. I would urge not only the income tax department, but here who have been rewarded or going to be rewarded as one of the taxpayer to contribute towards it. In Rajasthan, many of the industries have adopted children home. It's not a very big amount which is required to be incurred, but the amount of satisfaction you would go and realize would be immense. I mean, you would be serving those who are the future of the country. So my request would be to the income tax department, to all the taxpayers, to kindly contribute for this also. I will not take much of time because everybody is anxious to hear the Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. So I would not like to come in her way to speak, but at the end I extend my gratitude, sincere gratitude to the Principal Commissioner of Income Tax and the entire Income Tax Department for inviting me here in this great function and giving an opportunity to share my views. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. இன்றைய நம் விழாவின் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் மேதகு தெலுங்கானா ஆளுநர் மற்றும் புதுச்சேரி துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் டாக்டர் தமிழிசை சவுந்தரராஜன் அவர்கள். தென் தமிழகத்தின் குமரி மாவட்டத்தில் பிறந்து மொழிப்பற்றும் தேசப்பற்றும் சற்றே அதிகமாய் ஊட்டி வளர்க்கப்பட்டு தன் மருத்துவக் கல்லூரி நாட்களிலேயே மாணவர் தலைவர் பொறுப்பிலிருந்து சேவையாற்றியவர். மகப்பேறு மருத்துவத்தில் நிபுணத்துவம் பெற்ற இவர் அரசியல், சமூக நலன், பெண் முன்னேற்றம் சார்ந்த தன் நிலைப்பாட்டை எந்த சபையிலும் உரக்க பேசக்கூடியவர். அரசியல், பொதுவாழ்வு மற்றும் மருத்துவத் துறையில் சேவை உள்ளம் கொண்டு பணியாற்றியதற்காக சர்வதேச அளவில் அமெரிக்காவின் இன்டர்நேஷனல் ரைசிங் ஸ்டார் ஆஃப் தி இயர் என்ற விருதினை பெற்றிருக்கிறார். எதிர்கொண்ட சவால்களை நேர்மறையாக மாற்றி காட்டிய இந்த மக்கள் நலன் விரும்பும் மருத்துவர் மிகுந்த மொழிப்பற்று கொண்டவர். மருத்துவம், அரசியல், இலக்கியம் சார்ந்த பல நூல்களை எழுதி வெளியிட்டிருக்கிறார். பல இலக்கிய அமைப்புகளுடன் இணைந்து பேச்சு, எழுத்து என்று இயங்கிக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார். மக்களோடு மக்களாக இணைந்து இயங்குவதில் பேரார்வம் கொண்ட இவர் நம் வருமான வரித்துறையின் துறை ரீதியிலான நடவடிக்கைகள் பொதுவெளியிலே விமர்சிக்கப்படும் போது நம்மில் ஒருவராயிருந்து நமக்காக சார்ந்து எப்போதும் பேசக்கூடிய மாண்பு கொண்ட ஒரு ஆளுமை. இன்று நம்மில் ஒருவராய் இவ்விழாவில் கலந்து கொண்டு விழாவிற்கு பெருமை கூட்டிக் கொண்டிருக்கும் பெரும் மதிப்பிற்குரிய மேதகு தெலுங்கானா ஆளுநர் மற்றும் புதுச்சேரி துணைநிலை ஆளுநர் டாக்டர் தமிழிசை சவுந்தரராஜன் அவர்களை சிறப்புரையாற்ற வருமாறு பணிவுடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
இங்கு கூடியிருக்கும் அனைவருக்கும் முதற்கண் என் வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். A special good morning to each and everyone here. Honorable Sir Justice Munishwar Nath Bhandari ji, my respects to you and fantastic speech and your request to Income Tax Department. I think they will honor that request also because they have honored the request of so many people who are in need of it. And Sri R. Ravichandran, Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. I have to tell about him. When everyone is about to receive their awards, he was in a short period, he was telling about each and everyone to me. So it is very important that the highest officer recognizes the duties and the service of the officers. So I think that only made him very successful. And in a lighter comments also, I was passing comments because he told about that. And I was telling about for example, superstars, Rajinikanth's daughter here received the award for maximum tax payment. I told he's not only superstar, super payer also. So that is set an example to the people. And when he was telling about all these tax collections and all, then she was mentioning about one of the officers. She is very good in TDS collection. So I told it's TDS collection also. It is not an easy collection. So it is very heartening to see an officer identifying each and every one. So I really appreciate your cooperation and your guidance to your officers, and because of that only I think Puducherry and Tamil Nadu stands fourth in the highest tax collection. So because of your guidance and the expert officers, and when I heard about the talents of each and expert officer, it is really a very we used to say that when a problem is more and when it is difficult, we take it is taxing. So it should not tell taxing, it should be relaxing. So I really appreciate all of them, and I appreciate the highest taxpayers and Mr. Rajinikanth and Rama Pure Water. So I told them, not only your water is transparent, your unit is also transparent, so only you can pay more taxes. And Aarthi Kadiravan and Miss Manjula, even the peripheral people from rural areas also can exemplify in the tax payment. So I really appreciate you all. And this hall is full. And I always say, because Mr. Ravichandran told, I am always supportive, because very few persons may be supporting. So when I have to, in a lighter sense, I have to tell. During the demonetization, my press friends are there. We are always friendly commenting on them, and my respects to them also. So one of the press person came and asked me, demonetization they have announced. And some people are tensed, and you are very much relaxed. So do you know about that previously? They asked. No, what is this now? Our Honorable Prime Minister has announced it, and we are surprised as each and every one of the other citizen also. So you are relaxed. My husband, Dr. Soundararajan, is also here. And I told, I am not tensed and I am relaxed because why? Whatever may be the smallest amount we as an income we got is purely due to our medical profession. So my coat is white, my note is also white. So I am not bothered. So when we are paid, there won't be any raid. That is also a message we have to. So income tax means because when a doctor is introduced to a child, then the child will tell, no, they won't actually receive us as savers. Oh, injection. They will put Usi podra doctor like that. So when a doctor is introduced, they won't respect the doctor as savers. They will visualize only a person who will give injections, prick them. So when like that, when an income tax officer is introduced, he is not respected as a person who is saving the country. He is taxing the person. So that mentality and morality, that should be changed, because it is very difficult. When somebody asked, when Kamaraj, great Kamaraj, he was our great ruler and a great leader who respects and who made Tamil Nadu more developed. And somebody asked, these opposition parties are accusing because on the budget they levied some taxes. So when they are all accusing you for levying taxes and increasing the income tax, that you motivating them to pay tax. Then he told, these people are telling, when a farmer plows the land and throws the paddy in the land to grow more paddies and to feed more people, they are telling, we are throwing to grow the paddy, to multiply the paddy, but these people are thinking, see, the government is throwing the paddy in the mud instead of giving you. Why we are throwing it? Because you have to multiply it. So that mindset should be there. So in a simple word, he says. So even it is very difficult to convince the politicians also, because it is not that we need, as our Honorable Prime Minister clearly said, we need tax for the development of the country. But at the same time, the people should not be overburdened also. So that type of, when another respectable leader from Tamil Nadu, when Annadurai, one of the person asked, what is difference between direct tax and what is different between indirect tax? He said, direct tax is like mosquito biting. So indirect tax is like a bedbug biting. We don't know where it is biting. We'll be turning this side, where it is, but it will be biting. So in a simple word, he told like that. So whatever may be the tax, I always feel that people should enjoy paying the tax. As our Honorable Prime Minister mentioned, 3 crore people go abroad for their business, for travel, and even they get cars. But only 1.5 crore pay the tax. What happened to that other 1.5 crore? So they should come forward. As I am telling, I always very proud saying that now I am standing in front of you taking the Indian vaccine. I am very proud that as a medical student, we were all expecting vaccines from other countries. But now, indigenous vaccine I have taken, and we are exporting to 150 countries. So like that, I have taken my Indian vaccine and I am very proud. Like that, each and everyone should raise their head and say, I have paid my tax. I have paid my tax and I am a taxpayer. Then people also should know that, understand that you are paying the tax not to the government. You are paying the tax for yourself. That message most of the people are not getting. They think as if somebody is grabbing their, it is given to you in the form of development. So you are there for the development of your country. So as it is said, because of the some of the innovative methods now the Income Tax Department is adopting with the guidance of our Honorable Prime Minister, now the people come forward to pay the taxes. And we should be very clear that paying the tax is for the people. I should mention one incident when Vino Baba, during the Bhumidan movement, he went to a village. He was walking all over the country and he went to a village. And the previous day he convened a meeting saying that I am a poor person. I want what all the extra thing you are having. I am not asking the real thing which you need. Please give me which is more for you. which is surplus for you. So I will collect and I will give it to the poor. Then nobody listened to it, and everyone went and they didn't listen to him. They didn't give him anything. He was staying in that village. Next day, everyone came running, crying, saying that, Vinobhavji, we should have given you something, because yesterday one robber came to our village and robbed all our wealth. So now we are helpless. So he told, yesterday I asked only little, but today you lost everything. So this indicates the message to others also. Please give what all the surplus you give, otherwise you will lose what all you have also. That is also I have to mention here. So we are fearless. You can make the others tearless by paying the tax. So I'm really very happy to, because when Mr. Ravichandran called me for this program, I had different programs, but I wanted to attend this program because I wanted to give a clear message, because the people should be aware, and as our Honorable Justice told, some of the procedures to be simplified. For example, when we had the portal for vaccination, initially the people were unable to register through portal. So when we asked why you didn't get your vaccination, they were telling, no, if we were unable to come directly, but this COVID portal, because of that only, I am proudly saying, this minute, we have crossed 200 crore doses, because we registered in the digitalized method also. So then they told, then we organized 10 to 15, we called the IT professionals, the students, and we made them to sit with computers. And after that, there was a very big turnover from the villages. So I learned, but another pricking thing is the last date of tax payment. They want always relaxation. And nobody is paying and filing the documents before the last day, expecting extension of the last date. So that is also, so please don't expect that you have a final date. When the income tax has 31st July, you have the 20th July or 15th July, so that, but everything, because even as an assistant professor, I always noticed the student won't read, because they will be expecting extension of the exam date. So like that, everyone think that they have to extend the date. So when the date is announced itself, they expect extension. They won't go for the procedures. So something, so that not only during the last few days, some guidance to the people who want to register the income tax, so that the innocent people, so that in village level, some people with IT professionals with computers, so that that roundabout procedure cannot be there. So simple as Chanakya said, just like that, extracting the honey from the flower, it can be done. So some of the innovative procedures, technologies, it's very useful because of the technology and because of some of the tools for achieving good governance, like e-governance. Tax administration is changing as the ecosystem in which operates becomes broader and deeper, mostly owing to the vast increase in the digital information flows. Tax administration or administrations are responding to these challenges through the introduction of new technology and data analytic tools. In this regard, I am again happy to note that the Income Tax Department has embraced technology in a big way. But this technology should be available to the last person who wants to pay the tax. So my appeal is, because you are concentrating and I have to appreciate your whole department, because I am visiting 75 schools in Puducherry as a mark of our Honorable Prime Minister's announcement as Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav to celebrate the 75 year of independence. I am visiting 75 government schools. It is really the needy are studying there, and I appreciate your department for helping the rural schools to get innovated. And I appealed him also, so some of the technical assistance, because within few lakhs, they totally renovate the schools, so that help is needed for me also. So because I have completed 22 schools, and again, among 75 schools which I have planned, and really the children, they need it, because it is even the simpler, the rural population also to get the highest comfort during their education, because that is the great investment on the future development, future generation. And the central government, headed by our Honorable Prime Minister, has taken a number of people-centric steps in the field of direct taxation to help meet the challenges posed by the COVID-19. That also I have to mention here. I would like to list some of the such innovative ideas in the form of benefits and relaxations. For example, money received by an individual from his employer towards the expenditure incurred by him on medical treatment of any member of his family in respect of COVID-19 was not considered as taxable prerequisite in the hands of the individual. That's a great support, because as a doctor, we know how the people suffer. And I always tell, when I was practicing, when I was on the rounds, one person was much worried. I asked, why are you worried? Nothing will happen. Don't be unhappy. What will happen? Everything will be looked after. Then that person told, I am not worried what will happen. I am worried how much it will happen. So only I am worried. So that is the worry of each and every patient. So when such announcement from our Honorable Prime Minister and guided by him to the Income Tax Department, and particularly during COVID, it is a great service to the nation and a great service to the human. And I'm really, I always feel that income tax, that department should be projected as a department serving us to help us to distribute our money to the downtrodden people. And that image, I request the press people and I request the NGOs, everyone, to spread this message. So my request in this is income tax, that word, this a people-friendly word, and everyone should enjoy that word. Instead of, as I said, no, doctor means injection, like that. Income tax means taxation. You are learning. And please learn how to pay the tax, so that awareness is more needed. And the message today is, I am a taxpayer. I am proud that I am a taxpayer. That message should be there, each and every one. That should be spread to the students also, to students, and that awareness should spread to each and every one. That should start from the student days. And as Chancellor of Universities, I feel that the income tax and the procedures and the pride movement of paying an income tax should be spread and should be, the students should be involved, so that it should be introduced into the student level itself. So that is my appeal, and I am happy to know that the occasion of Income Tax Day celebration this year, the team under the leadership of Sri R. Ravichandran, the Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, has been undertaking various social responsibility. I'm really very happy, and you donated some money to the organizations also, some serving organizations who are serving the downtrodden, the children, the elders. And I'm really very much pleased to note that Pakuttundu Palluyir Umbudal Nulur தொகுத்தவற்று எல்லாம் தலை என்ற நமது திருவள்ளுவரின் வார்த்தைகளை இங்கே நிறைவு செய்து, income tax is an investment for a progressive future. By reimagining process, the initiatives, the department strengthened its position as being an integral part of the nation building process. Going by the robust growth in the direct tax contribution, I have no doubt in my mind that the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, making India as 5 trillion economy, would become a reality very soon. When our Honorable Prime Minister revealed his wish to make India as a 5 trillion economy growth by 2025, he told 70 years, we took 70 years to make India as 3 trillion economy. It is very difficult, I know, but instead of relaxation, instead of not working, you set difficult targets and work hard towards that, then you will achieve. So we will set difficult targets but make it easy so that the people can pay the taxes. And as I said, from today, we will raise our head saying that I am a taxpayer. As I said, my coat is white, my note is also white. Thank you so much.
It was indeed a very engaging speech, and thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request Shri Sunil Mathur, IRS, Director General Investigation, to propose the vote of thanks.
soundararajan is also.
Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor Puducherry, Madam Tamilisai Soundararajan, Shri Soundararajan, Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Madras, Shri Munishwanath Bhandariji, senior officers from the department and from other departments, dear colleagues from the department, ladies and gentlemen, I feel honored and privileged to propose a vote of thanks on this special occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor for all of us to have Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan, Madam, as Chief Guest, and Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Madras, Justice Shri Munishwar Bhandariji, as Guest of Honor in our Income Tax Day celebrations. On behalf of the Income Tax fraternity, I express our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Governor for having spared her valuable time amidst her busy schedule to be with us. Madam, you have inspired us with your words of appreciation for the efforts and contributions made by our department to the economy, society, and nation building. Thank you for acknowledging the steps taken by the department in embracing the new technology and data analytics in tax administration and also in curbing the menace of black money. We assure you, Madam, that we will continue to strive for providing best services to the taxpayers and citizens at large. Our sincere thanks to Honorable Chief Justice of High Court of Madras, Justice Bhandariji, for readily agreeing and blessing us with his gracious presence on this important day. Honorable High Court of Madras, led by respected Sir, has always been a guide for the department in correct interpretation and judicious implementation of various tax laws being implemented by the department. Sir, your kind words of advice and appreciation will motivate all of us to perform our duties more efficiently and responsibly. My sincere thanks to our Principal CCIT, Shri Ravichandran Sir, for leading the Tamil Nadu and Puducherry income tax family from the front and turning every step into a great milestone while rendering transparent and effective tax administration with human and social touch. Many thanks to him for instituting Principal Chief Commissioner's Excellence Award to high-performing officers and officials. This will go a long way in motivating our team. I convey our deep regards and hearty thanks to our veterans for coming and blessing us on this special occasion. I would like to thank our esteemed taxpayers who graced the occasion with their presence, and we assure that we will continue to make efforts to provide a simple, stable, and efficient tax administration. We are extremely thankful to members of business associations, tax practitioners association, and officers from other departments for sparing their valuable time on a holiday and taking part in our celebrations. I express my heartfelt gratitude to all the notable personalities who shared their testimonials about our department and appreciated our efforts. I would like to thank the schools and institutions in Chennai and Erode who gave us an opportunity to make a small contribution to social cause by allowing us to participate in their upgradation programs. I would also like to thank members of print and electronic media for covering this event and supporting us wholeheartedly as always. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. I have to acknowledge the contribution of members of various committees formed for the purpose of organizing this event who worked tirelessly with great dedication to make this event a grand success. A big thanks to venue partner, the Music Academy. They helped us in all possible ways for organizing the event in this beautiful and prestigious campus. Special thanks to St. Abbas School of Management and Acropolis for supporting us with parking facility. I would like to congratulate and thank all members of the Income Tax Fraternity for their valuable contribution in their various roles and assignments. I would also like to thank them for attending in large numbers and gracing this occasion. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We have now come to the end of the program. Now let us rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे दब जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे